Even the biggest fans of the animation company may not know these facts. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 amazing facts about the history of Pixar.
I couldn't explain it even to friends what it was like. I just said, well, it's going to be this whole new thing. They've just invented something that is a brand new way of doing this.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most interesting little-known facts about this much-beloved animation film company.
Everybody at Pixar loves 3D animation, and we helped develop it. But we also love 2D animation, and to think that 2D was shut down and that we were used as an excuse to shut it down was awful.
Number 10. They produced commercials. Before they were making multi-million-dollar movies, Pixar needed a way to get their name out, so they worked for a variety of companies to create commercials for their brands. During a period of several years, they created ads for Levi's, Tropicana, Lifesavers, and Listerine, just to name a few. You might even recognize some well-known commercials from Pixar's early days. What made these ads especially jarring at the time was that CG animation was still fairly new, which only helped put Pixar on the map. Number 9. Joss Whedon worked on Toy Story. He may be better known for blockbusters like The Avengers and TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but before that he worked on Pixar's first feature-length film. In the initial stages of drafting the story, the script looked very different from the final movie we're all familiar with. Joss rewrote the exciting plotline and was key in reworking the character of Buzz.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
One aspect he didn't get his way was having Barbie save Woody and Buzz from Sid. Sadly, Mattel wouldn't allow the character to appear, that is, until Toy Story 2.
I'm Tour Guide Barbie! Please keep your hands, arms, and accessories inside the car and no flash photography. Thank you!
Number 8. Finding Nemo was an easy sell.
Did your man deliver, or did he deliver?
Andrew Stanton had been involved at Pixar since the early days, working on Toy Story, A Bug's Life, and Monsters, Inc. When he was pitching his latest movie idea to the head of the studio, John Lasseter, he prepared an exhaustive presentation complete with visuals, voice acting, and storyboarding. After going through the entire pitch, Lasseter reportedly told Stanton, quote, "You had me at fish." Considering the impressive quality of the visuals Pixar had created in the past, it can be presumed that Lasseter simply knew how stunning a fully underwater film would be.
And I knew it was great, the minute he pitched it, but also I knew that choosing the underwater world was so fantastic and perfect for this medium. I knew it was going to be, this is a great story, but look at how it's going to look. It's going to be amazing.
Number 7. The lamp has a name. In 1986, long before producing their first feature film, the animators at Pixar created this charming animated short. It ended up getting an Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Short Film, and was the first CGI creation to earn that honor. They went on to create many more short films in the following years, and have won that Best Animated Short Film Oscar a handful of times. Luxo Jr. is a story about two lamps, the smaller of which shares its name with the film itself. Luxo has gone on to become Pixar's mascot and has appeared several times in Pixar-created content. Number 6. Antz and A Bug's Life aren't a coincidence.
I can't believe the troupe is breaking up. We've always been together.
If you ever wondered how Pixar and DreamWorks both released ant-themed movies in 1998, we're here to fill you in on the industry gossip.
At least they seem to have some fun every now and then.
Jeffrey Katzenberg was a Disney chairman who had recently left the company due to a dispute with Michael Eisner and Roy E. Disney. He eventually founded DreamWorks SKG, and the company's first animated film was Antz.
Anybody who doesn't meet his quota is going to be downsized.
Considering Katzenberg's knowledge of the already in the works Pixar project, later known as A Bug's Life, the release was hotly contentious, with accusations of creative theft being thrown around.
Oh no.
Though both films were critically well received, A Bug's Life earned much more revenue, despite the fact that Antz was fast-tracked in order to come out first.
I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Number 5. The Disney-Pixar deal was dependent on Bob Iger. In 1991, Pixar made a landmark deal with Walt Disney Feature Animation for 3 computer-animated films. For years, the two companies worked separately and even had some significant conflicts over the direction of their collaborative films. In 2006, however, a deal was made where Disney acquired Pixar for $7.4 billion. After the fact, it was revealed that then CEO Bob Iger was the driving force behind the decision. He was at a parade at Hong Kong Disneyland when he realized that all of the characters present were either from old Disney movies or Pixar movies, showing that Pixar was the reason they had been successful in recent years.
I became CEO October 1st. I called Steve around that time and said I thought we ought to talk. I had some bigger ideas. And that began a long period of discussion because it was very serious for both sides.
Number 4. It was originally part of Lucasfilm. While most people know about Pixar's affiliation with Disney, their history before partnering with the company is less well known. Pixar actually had its beginnings in 1974, long before the name Pixar even existed. In 1979, it became the Graphics Group, a part of Lucasfilm which produced the Star Wars movies. In 1986, it became a company in its own right and was purchased by Apple co-founder Steve Jobs for $5 million.
And I could see that it was way beyond what anyone else was doing.
We had the fortune to have Steve Jobs, who believes in passion and vision. He was responding to this passion.
Jobs invested much of his personal funds into Pixar during the same time that he was having conflicts with Apple. It was his success with Pixar, in fact, that re-solidified his relationship with the company that would make him famous. Number 3. Toy Story 2 almost never was.
Don't worry, Woody. In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
Initially, Toy Story 2 was going to be a straight-to-home media release. During the time of its creation, the Pixar heavy hitters were all invested in A Bug's Life, but it was eventually upgraded to be a full feature film. In 1998, when the team had already been developing the film for 2 years, an employee accidentally deleted almost all the work that had been done on the animation. It turns out the backups had failed as well.
Woody once risked his life to save me. I couldn't call myself his friend if I weren't willing to do the same.
The only thing that saved Toy Story 2 was that Galen Sussman, who had been working from home because she had recently given birth, had a backup of all the files on her home computer.
Without you, we go back into storage.
Number 2. A113.
Okay, I'm giving override directive A113. Go to full autopilot, take control of everything, and do not return to Earth.
If you're a serious Pixar fan, you may have noticed this Easter egg that's present in almost every film the company has created. The history behind this off-scene figure is that it was the classroom number in which students took subject animation classes at the California Institute of the Arts, where many Pixar employees got their start. A113 can be seen in various grades of prominence in Toy Story, A Bug's Life, and many more. It's been a license plate number, a forbidden code, a room number, and even appeared in Roman numerals in Brave. Number 1. The Pixar Theory. Have you ever considered the possibility that all the Pixar movies actually exist in the same universe? This theory originated back in 2012 in a video made by Cracked.com, but has since been expanded on by various sources. It would take an entire video of its own to explain the intricacies of this theory, but a highlight involves Boo from Monsters, Inc. creating a time loop and existing as the witch from Brave.
Why does Boo become a witch? Well, the theory goes that she spends pretty much the rest of her life trying to track down her best friend from the closet, but can never find him.
If you're not intrigued now, you will be when you read through a timeline of this alleged alternative universe. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.